Hello, good morning. A turning point. To intercept a turning point. It's impossible. You're dealing with the destiny. Does it mean a turning point? Turning point, we are following certain cadence in our life, certain pace, and then all of a sudden something surprises us. That's going to cause a big change in our life or provoke us to take this decision, different decision. A turning point that's going to make a big change in our life. But is it positive or negative? We don't know. I have no idea. I was going certain direction. Consider a person is going certain direction. All of a sudden, there was a deviation. He was in a hurry. He said, I have to go straight, perhaps the road. There was a deviation. And then from that deviation, it took him somewhere. And then what? He had a flat tire. And then what? Someone came and gave him a hand. He shared with him a conversation. He offered him a job. You know what I'm saying? So we can never tell. That's a turning point. That's job that's going to change his life. Sometimes it's a relationship. From one part to another. Let's say you have the Galahad who was going in a caravan, I should say thirsty caravan. In other words, he was thirsty and his camel was thirsty. He was going in the middle of the desert and he became desperate. On the other hand, there was a watery oasis. And inside, there was a mermaid. Usually she's in the sea. Somehow that day, a miracle. You know what I'm saying? A miracle. She left the ocean and she came to the desert. And then the magnetic field of togetherness, you know what I'm saying, provoked the thirsty caravan to approach that area. Okay, the thirsty caravan was surprised by an overflow of the water. And by the way, with the purling sound of the water. He made a big influence on this woman. Well, his name is Galahad, but the thing is, he thought he was generous, white knight. He found her more tender than him. Afterward, there was a big change, big impact in that couple from both sides. Sometimes an influence comes from a teacher that he will teach you even after his absence. Oh, that's a good teacher. He's a teacher, he's teaching during his time, at the time when he's present, and during his absentee presence. He keeps teaching you. There's a big influence. As a matter of fact, in my experience in my life, I've noticed those who left this world, I learned from them much, much, much more than those present in this world. I visit them often. I go to their graves and thank God and pray for them all the time. I don't forget them because I kept learning a lot. Big influence from this turning point. Sometimes there is a sudden something, an accident happen. That's something negative. what kind of decision a person is going to take. A couple is expecting a baby. There was a miscarriage. Now, all of the above could be something with happiness, could be something with sadness. How to intercept? This is the question that might arise. How to intercept? We live in this world, we are constantly confronted. And why? Because there was, before, after the sunset, the way I was driving, there was a curve. I didn't see the sign. And there was a curve and I was speeding. So there was no light. That's why I was surprised by that turning point and caused damage to me. Because I was speeding. One second. I wasn't driving. I wasn't the driver. Someone was driving, was speeding. Why should I be the victim? Here, that's a big question mark. We are living in a big influence. We are in a flow of the traffic, not necessarily in a vehicle. I'm talking about the habits, culture, traditions. Okay, how to withdraw yourself? That's the question. I don't mean being in a bus or a train, wherever. No, I don't mean that. Again, as I said, because I've been driven. That's why. How can you intercept a turning point, no matter what it is, good or bad? There are moments in our life we have happiness. We are happy. We tend to monopolize happiness. This is the modern man through history, not today, because he's, with the AI. People don't hesitate to use this word, and they keep thinking about an intelligence. If you say AI, therefore there's no intelligence anyway. So, a human being, happiness, he wants it to be his monopole. If he took that happiness, he uses his conscience, spread it through the time. I have happiness, I have no idea how long it will last. Could you possibly control the next week? You don't know. Next month. Could you control tomorrow? This happiness, what I want to do, I want to save it, monopole, and spread it, not in a good way. I don't know how to do it. It's not my monopolizing it. And again, I'm not saying that you should give your money away. There are certain things we don't think about otherness. How to send it to the near and far future, this happiness, and share it. I don't know. In one hadith Qudsi, if you are Muslim, I am directing this dialogue or speech to general audience. If you believe in these things, he say, God speaks, he said, I am with those with the broken hearts for my sake. Do you understand? This person has a broken heart, this person broken heart, but for God's sake, in other words, there are some people, they go down voluntarily to lower themselves. They are happy. Money, there is money. A family, there is a family. The house, there is everything. They keep thinking that they're God and going down. Going down, and they try to share this. This person he himself lowered himself. It's not be poverty that is against his will, sickness that is against his will, weakness, all kind of, no. He himself went down and he appreciated that. It's just behavior. On top of that, he said, I'm talking about Hadith Qudsi, he said, أنا مع المنكسرة قلوبهم من أجلي. He said the day of judgment, he asked a human being, he said, my servant, I was hungry and he did not feed me. A human that day say, our Lord, how can you get hungry? You don't eat, you don't يطعم ولا يطعم. He feeds people, but we don't have this in our belief. He said, that's right. But my servant was hungry. If you had visited him, you would have found me. This person is hungry, but he doesn't have any relationship with God. He is with a broken heart. Does that mean God is with him? He said, أنا مع المنكسرة قلوبهم من أجلي. He said, I am with those broken heart for my sake. This person is a broken heart, but he is not intentionally with the Creator. He is outside, he doesn't care about any, but he is a broken heart, he is hungry. You, when you go to visit him, you are an investor, you are a shareholder. God, you find God there that he himself did not find God. He didn't find God with his absence. So that's property is there. Consider a person who is using his mind, not his egoistic desires. He uses his mind how to spread. And another situation, I'm talking about the day of judgment, God said, my servant, I was sick. He did not visit me. The same thing. My servant was sick. If you had visited him, you would have found me. And then I was thirsty. He did not give me water. The same thing. So you can imagine dealing with happiness when you have it. This is one point. A second point, we tend to be spectators in our life. When we are okay, fine, I'm fine, I don't suffer from anything. I go to the gym, I'm like King Kong. And I see people, sick people, I'm spectator. I see conflict in the families. And then the way I talk in the family, I don't know, these people out there, they couldn't even solve their problem. It's like for minor things. These people are, and I am champion with the word stupid, idiot, jerk, all of these, of the above, I am champion with the vocabulary. When in fact, al-bala, the tribulation, one tiny thing can make you dance rock and roll against your will. You know what I mean? Shaking day and night. God gave you afia. Afia, in other words, a peace of mind. You live that, when you go and you share this, not as a spectator of Disney. No. I am in afia. I am living this life, good life. Spread it. Spread it. Here, it will be fruitful. Thank you for your attention, and I see you soon.